Have you ever noticed how something you've wanted for months or even years can become normal surprisingly fast? Maybe it's a new car, a promotion, a new relationship, a different house, or even finally reaching an important goal. And at first it feels amazing. You're excited, energized, and happy. But then something interesting happens. You adapt. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation, which is our tendency to return to a relatively stable level of happiness after positive or negative life changes. In other words, what once felt exciting gradually becomes your new normal. This isn't a character flaw. It's actually part of how our brains are designed. Our nervous system is constantly scanning for what is new, what is changing, and what might require our attention. As we become more familiar with something, it naturally fades into the background. And this process can be helpful. Imagine if every small inconvenience felt as upsetting on day 100 as it did on day 1. Adaptation helps us to recover from challenges and continue moving forward. But there is a downside. If we're not aware of hedonic adaptation, we can start believing that happiness is always somewhere else. We tell ourselves, I'll be happier when I get that promotion, or I'll be happier when I retire. I'll be happier when. And then, when those things happen, the boost in happiness often fades more quickly than we expected. The result is that we keep chasing the next thing without fully appreciating what we already have. One of the most effective ways to counter this hedonic adaptation is surprisingly simple. Gratitude. When we intentionally notice and appreciate what has become familiar, we bring it back into our conscious awareness. The home you barely notice anymore. The friend who always checks in. The healthy part of your body that isn't causing you any problems today. Those ordinary moments that once felt like answers to your prayers. Hedonic adaptation reminds us that happiness isn't only about improving our lives. It's also about learning to see what is already here and present. Because sometimes the things that we've stopped noticing are the very things we once hoped for. And that's worth remembering. If you found this helpful, I hope you take a moment today to appreciate one thing you've been taking for granted. It might be more valuable than you realize.